Well, she won't go if you're stroking her, that's for certain sure. Mine wouldn't, I can tell you.
See if I can get him on the windowsill. Good boy.
Is that going to be your equivalent of raising hand, Carol?
Yes, it could be.
You know, raising the tail.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like that.
Super close up.
There's certain parts of him you don't want a close up of, that's for sure.
Aha, 7:45. Okay,
Yep.
we'll start the meeting, folks, if everybody's here who wants to be here. Okay, first of all, apologies, Linda.
Yes, we've had apologies from councillors Naga, Ramuni, Skegg and Wicks.
Thank you. Declarations of interest, are there any?
Yeah, I've got a personal friend for one of the things, 75 Fairwell Drive, Water Drive. So I'll also stand out of an application for 77 Fairwater Drive, since it's identical application for the neighbour.
Yeah,
And
okay.
I don't think it would be appropriate to comment on either.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Right, number 3, minutes of the Planning and Community Committee meeting held on 11th of August 2020. Is everybody happy with those? You're in agreement that that's what's happened? Can we accept them then?
Yes.
Thank you very much. So that's accepted.
Okay.
Right. Next one is current planning applications. Now, this is where the fun starts with me. Right. I've only just learned how to share the screen, so bear with me if it goes wrong. Number 1, well, it's 201-804, 70 Colemansmore Lane, and I think we should have a look at that one. So let's see how we get on, see if I can share this with you. Be patient. Share, should say share screen.
Bottom.
Yeah, just down the bottom in the middle there, Jenny, the green.
Yeah.
If you hover your mouse.
I've got, no, that's not it. I haven't got a green. It's not behaving itself. Kevin, can you
Okay,
help
yeah.
me? I clicked on the black, but where's the
Oh,
green?
right, okay, yeah. If you have to go back, you get your Zoom screen back here. Yep.
And where does it?
Just click that, and it will bring
Click
it to
that.
the front, and then hover down here to get
Oh,
to the
there.
share screen.
Sorry,
Yeah,
right,
so
I've
it's
got it.
opened up on top.
Thank you.
Yeah, Chairman, can I make a suggestion? Because I think
Yes.
most of us will have looked at all these applications and work on the exception rule that one of us asks to see something.
Okay.
Otherwise, I think because the way virtual meetings work, which are not the quickest, we could be here for a very long time. Just a suggestion if everybody else
Yeah.
agrees
Okay.
with that.
I'm halfway through this, and I'm learning. So can we finish? I want to get through this, if you don't mind.
Okay.
It's gone. Maybe that's a good thing. All right, let's go. Okay, we'll forget that unless somebody particularly wants to see it.
I didn't have any objection.
Yes, this is very large. I think, what was it? Yes, a large extension. Anybody like to discuss this?
Which one are you talking about?
Number 201-804.
Oh, right, it's still on the same one.
I think it's okay. I thought it was okay.
Yeah.
Philip was writing comments. Anybody else have it? Keith? Yes, Keith.
Yes, I on balance think it's okay. I think there's no comments from anyone on there. It's quite a large extension, but the tree document I thought was really, really first class. But it does highlight that there is an oak tree in the next door's garden, which is, I think, protected, and specific measures have to be taken if this is approved. So what I would like to see, Linda, if the committee agrees and we go down the agreement route, to call out that the oak tree protective measures should, definitely be put in place, or whatever, or similar words.
Mhm. Okay. Right, Carol, would you like to say something?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to, well, exactly, but I was going to say the same. And the words I think what I've taken from the tree report that we could use is that there should be a condition that there are non-evasive foundations, protective fencing, and ground protection. So those three things: non-invasive foundations, protective fencing, and ground protection.
But do you mean fencing for the tree?
Yes,
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if Linda got that. Did I do it slowly enough, Linda?
Hang on, I've got
Hey, Linda?
non-invasive foundation, protective fencing, and what's the other one?
Ground protection.
For the brood.
Ground.
Yeah.
I think that's the danger of compaction. That's what that's talking about. So any further
Okay.
compaction.
Sorry, I'm sorry, but what's compaction?
Whether working on the site, whether or not that's going to push the earth down
Yeah.
more and disturb the roots.
Okay. Okay. Right.
It's the
Anybody?
classic thing that if you've got vehicles going over, heavy vehicles going over the land, it pushes it down.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Shall we? Yes, David.
Just a couple of things. I noticed also there have been no objection from number 68, which would appear to be the only property that would come up with major objections. But I was a little bit confused by that green line around the tree. That, I presume, is the projected root channel for the tree.
Yes.
In which case, that green line does go underneath what will be the foundations for the extension.
Yes.
And that is why they've offered to, all the tree arboriculturalist said that actually you've got to use this non-invasive groundworks, which are designed specifically for the scenario that you're talking about.
Right, okay.
Okay.
But
So,
otherwise, no objections.
so can we accept that with these reservations that we've mentioned? Everybody okay with that?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. 201876, 17 Lytham Road. I'm okay with that. Is everyone else?
Yeah, no
Yeah.
objection.
Okay, no objections. 201894, which is 4 Maxwell Close. I'm okay. You could see from the diagram that this extension will go from one border to the other, but the other houses are similar. So I don't have a problem. Anything? Oh, Carol.
Yes, that's what I was concerned about, was being right up to the boundary and therefore being able to maintain that brickwork. But it seems to be the done thing now to try and get as much out of the, the land or plot as they can.
Yeah.
But obviously, being so close, those foundations will need to be supportive on that side of the resident, the applicant, rather than going underneath next door.
Yeah, that kind of thing will come under building regs, but you can't always see on these diagrams whether it goes right up to the border or not, can you? But the other,
well, it appears to. But
it does appear to. Yes, yes. Okay, can we accept that? No objections?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. 201929, 1 Tamarisk Gardens. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
What about anybody else? Yeah. Okay, no objections. 201972, Sonning Cutting Filling Station. Well, that looks like a good idea to me.
Yeah, it's retrospective as well.
I'm sorry?
It was retrospective as well.
Oh, right. Yes, it was. So anyway, that's a good thing as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. 201974, 7 Tiverton Close. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I me too.
Mhm.
I was a little bit concerned about access for the neighbours, because if my memory is correct, that is the one at the end of the close.
Yeah, it is.
There's 3 parking spots shown on that, but there's no diagram as to what the access route is for the next door neighbour.
Philip's written a comment which says number, wait a minute, number 7. Sorry, he's written conversion of garage with no increase in footprint. Garage door replaced with window. This house has a certificate of lawfulness to permit a new rear extension assumed to be under permitted development. This is a conservatory type extension across the rear.
I think from memory, it hasn't got a shared access to get to the neighbours. The neighbours got their own access, you know, because they're right down the end of the cul-de-sac.
Yeah, what I was concerned about more than anything was a repeat of the Duncan Road situation,
Oh, yes.
where it made it very difficult for the next door neighbour actually to get in and out of his property. And I think if you look at the plans, this is the same.
I don't think so. I thought the
I
extension was.
might be thinking of another one later on, but I'll just try and
Shall I see if I can get this one?
see it. Yes, if you look at the location plan, you'll see that's number 7 we're talking about. Number 8 is right on the corner, and it comes out into a little square of the cul-de-sac.
Oh, I can see what you mean, David. I can.
And I'm just a little bit concerned that, you know, 3 cars in there could prove a little bit of a problem. I stand to be corrected if anyone's got any other comments.
I found out why I can't share the screen. Kevin? Yeah, it says host disabled attendee screen sharing. Which I think means I can't do it. Okay, so I'm sorry, I can't look at that.
You should be able to now. Sorry, Jenny. The
Right.
setting. Sorry.
Okay. No, I pressed the
Yes, it's just.
There we are. There we are.
Okay, so this is the bit that David's talking about, and we don't know where does is that number 9?
That's number 8.
8.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
Where's their drive? You can't actually see, can you?
no, their drive. Number 8.
Number 8,
This one.
right in the corner.
Well, their boundary goes up, and you cannot get. You know, their boundary cannot. It's not a shared thing. That's their actual boundary.
Well, could it
So
possibly?
I think the answer, David, right, is that the driveway just coming up from the application site, right? So if you go to the pinnacle of the, yeah, up, see that driveway there?
Yeah.
No, the up,
Yes.
up, and no, to the left, in there, in that block, in there. That I think is a shared driveway.
Actually, this
Right.
property looks as if it's over the boundary line. I think it's badly drawn. So that can't be right, can it?
There's no possibility of that being at the end of the back garden in what's the Partington Close or Frampton Close? the one right at the back?
Not by the numbering.
No, not by, no, you're right, not by the number.
No, I believe that's a shared driveway. Or was a shared driveway.
No, I'm going the wrong way. Sorry, guys.
Madam Chair, I think we should just make that comment about our
Yes.
concerns about the drive. And
Yes.
with 3 cars, the ability of each of those cars to access or exit the application site,
Yeah.
won't hurt to raise that issue.
I think you're right. Okay. Oh, my word.
Nice photo, Kevin.
Sorry, I'm working on this.
We can see that.
Stop sharing. Yeah.
Can Kevin hear me? How do I get everybody up again?
There we
Thank you.
are.
Great. Right, okay. So did you get that, Linda? We're concerned about the driveway, right?
Yeah, so I'm going to say that concern about access for the 3 parking spaces shown.
Yeah,
on the
okay.
driveway. Yeah.
Okay, number 202031, 35 Harvard Close. I'm okay with that. Everyone else?
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
That.
Okay. 202050, 312 Kingfisher Drive. I'm okay. There's already a precedent for this, which we had at a borough planning meeting not so long ago. Everyone okay?
Which one's that?
312 Kingfisher Drive.
Yeah, it's large, but I thought it was okay.
Yep. All right.
Yeah.
Right now then, number 202060, 18 Monroe Avenue.
Didn't have any objection.
I'm okay with that one.
I've got no problems.
Everyone okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Okay, next one. We've got 2 adjoining parish consultations, but just to mention 202106 Paddocks Patch, Wangels Road. It's a Scout hut and bits and pieces. Everyone okay with that?
Yeah, it's got the Charleville Parish Council supports it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, be good for the scouts.
Yeah, it will. 202108 56 Pitts Lane. As far as I can make out, I mean, I'm okay with that. I'm not particularly.
I never looked at that one.
Yeah, it doesn't really,
No, it doesn't.
really affect us.
No. Okay, 202147, 72 Crockermill Road. Philip was asking whether trees and bushes protected. There weren't any letters from neighbours, but I was okay with it. Keith.
This is the one I think has got the massive extension. This is the one that's going from 5 bedrooms to 5 bedrooms with a shared bathroom to 4 bedrooms with ensuite. And
Double
it's
the size.
to me, it looked as though it was at least 100% increase in size, which is massive. Although nobody's complained about it, but I'm very concerned about the fact that it is just so large. I don't know what others think.
I thought that it was very large and they were either planning to do something underhand, or they were intent on experiencing or a very large improvement in quality of life.
Look at number 70. That's huge, isn't
Yes.
it?
Yeah, nearly. Yeah.
But you
I
don't
mean,
know. Sorry.
My own personal thoughts on it were that it was a very, very large extension, but it's more or less at the same level as the adjoining properties. So
Yes.
I can't honestly see it creating any problems,
No,
particularly if there's no complaints from the neighbours.
yeah, I thought so too.
Okay, can I just point out
Yeah, that's
that,
it, exactly.
number 70, we don't know whether that was the original size or extended like this, so it's difficult to do a comparison. And the rule, as I used to understand it, is nothing to do with comparing. It's just so that you can't have a massive increase in space on your existing property. Regardless, you could have a big mansion next to you Now, I'll go with the majority. I just thought it was huge, and on that basis alone, it should have been refused. But I'm quite happy to go with the majority.
I personally think that's an unreasonable rule, but I suppose that's not my judgment to make. But I accept it. Can we have a show of hands?
Can we just make the comment then that we noticed
Done
that
it again.
it does have a major increase in floor space, but we have no objections overall. Just highlighting that we're concerned about the increase.
Yeah. Carol?
I'm not sure how we can say that we've got no objection and then say that it's huge. I think we just make the comment that we note that the extension is very large and a massive increase on the existing property, and I would therefore be concerned on the impact, and something like that. But I don't think we can say no comment or no objection and then raise something.
I think Carol is spot on. That if we should have the courage of our convictions. If we think it's okay, then it's okay. We shouldn't be putting caveats there unless it's something specific like highways or impact on next door. So to me, it should be no comment.
Yeah.
So can we have a vote then? Who's for no comment?
Yes, I am.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay, no comment. Okay, number 202151.
Sorry, can I just ask?
Yes.
No objection, you mean? Not
No objection. Yes, that is.
Yeah, no objection.
Yeah. Okay, 202151. I'm okay with that one. Does everyone else feel? Yeah, okay. 202152. I'm okay with that.
Right.
Next door.
Everybody else? 202172, 9 Colbeck Drive. What did Philip have to say a thing or two about that one, didn't he? Colbeck. Letters from neighbours concerned about this application, very large and would be higher than the neighbour due to the incline in the road leading to an overbearing extension. Neighbours are commenting on windows, but not sure I can see this, as the only window on the first floor appears to be the bathroom, and this would be frosted. By removing the garage, this provides only 2 parking spaces in line without taking away a lot of the grass from the front window.
I think in those plans, Jenny, they've actually failed to put the window in the elevations. But if you look at the floor plan, you can definitely see a bedroom window on that side.
Right.
I think it creates something of a terracing effect, joining them from semis into almost a terrace row.
Right. Anyone else? Carol?
Yes, I'd be happy to support Philip in the comment about the elevation, the slope of the road, meaning that it would have a more massing effect or
Overbearing
impact than others that would be on the same level. So yeah, I have some issues with it.
Yeah, indeed. Anyone else?
I would support what Carol said.
Yes, yeah. Okay, Linda.
Sorry, could you read out again what Philip had said about the slope of the road?
It's absolutely flat,
horizontal. He said, very large and would be higher than the neighbour due to the incline in the road leading to
Linda, it's in the, sorry, cut across you. It's in Philip's spreadsheet.
Yes, it is.
Okay, fine. Sorry.
Right.
Yeah, thanks.
But
Just want to save you some time.
Yeah.
I just thought that was a good comment. Okay, number 202195. I'm okay with that. Everyone else?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Objection.
Okay, sorry, just a minute. Planning decisions. Page 15. there are 3 where the borough did not agree with us. 123 Loddon Bridge Road. 299 Loddon Bridge Road, 2 on the same road. And the other one was 44 Malone Road. Okay, right, so that's planning decisions. Number 6, existing lawful development certificate notification. There's just one there, 72B Headley Road. Next one, tree preservation orders. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 normal ones, and then there are 2 orders which are made in anticipation of the trees being cut down. Seems like a good move. Number 8, Reading Borough Council Transport Strategy, which is on page 17. And we have here the agreed response from the last meeting.
Yep.
Everyone okay with that?
Yep.
Right, good. Number 9, planning application for Sonning Golf Club. And there's a reasoned report from Claire Lawrence about why we were not notified of this. Any comments on it?
I'd like to say something.
Yes.
I thought this was quite, well, I just was amazed at the arrogance of the letter, really. I believe that a town council has the right to actually represent the people that live here. And Sonning Golf Club is right on our border. Why we were ignored, I don't know. You know, it seems to me that they forget who they're actually dealing with half the time and ignore the town council rather than let us know what's going on.
She says it wasn't for, they didn't look at the whole club, but just the area where the development, where there was planning application for the development, which is why they didn't. And I think we have to let them know if we don't like the way they did it. I think that's what she said. Do we want to
I think
make
we
a comment?
should.
Yes, I
You
think
know,
we should actually.
Sorry?
I think we should make a comment saying that we felt that we should have been.
We've already done that.
Have we? Okay.
That was what prompted this response.
Sorry, I missed that. Carol?
Yes, it's just in relation to that letter. I agree with what Kay's saying, the tone of it. But it's not all about geography. It's about the impact of any traffic coming from that development.
Yes.
And that's why we should have been informed. And I'd be more than happy if we actually sent that answer back and said that at another time that they should be looking at the impact on a wider scale rather than just how many meters they are, you know, the application site is away from a boundary. It's a spirit of the law rather than the letter.
Yes, well expressed that was. Yes, can we do that, Linda?
Okay.
Okay.
The issue here is this application is not an outline application. It's reserved matters application. Reserved matters application does not deal with the highways issues. The outline application deals with the highways matters, and that was many years ago when it first came through, which is what I explained at the time.
Yeah.
You know, so we can be blustering,
Yes.
and legitimately complaining about not being consulted,
Yeah.
but it's too late to talk about the highways.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right there. Carol?
Well, yeah, that's exactly maybe Keith misunderstood, but this is just in answer to that letter to say for future reference, they shouldn't be looking just geography, they should be looking at impact. Yeah, I mean, that it's done and dusted, isn't it? There's no good moaning about that, but I think we could moan about the letter and suggest that the way they're looking at consulting the neighbouring parish isn't good enough.
That I don't have a problem
No.
if we're saying, please, can you
Okay.
be a bit more diligent in your
Considerate.
consultation area? Because I can tell you there's the consultation areas for all planning applications leave a lot to be desired.
Yes.
The number of our residents who don't know about something that's quite close to them within our boundary, I don't think, and I've complained about it several times over the last 12 months, is good enough. So a comment about, you really should be involving us. I totally agree.
Okay, can we send just a comment covering that bit then?
I will do, yeah.
Okay, yeah, all right then. Okay, next is number 10, Addington School, which is for us to note. Okay, Carol.
Yes, I think it's to note that if you look at the bottom, it's because it was raised at the extraordinary council meeting.
Yes.
To be honest, the ship has sailed on this, and I think we did miss a trick in seeing what trees were impacted and didn't pick that up at the time. What concerns me is one of the comments we made, it's the second bullet point under number 10, is that we're worried about the impact on the footpath and the cycleway. Not that pedestrians are coming down any quicker, but cyclists are coming down that path at quite a rate because it's downhill, so it's inevitable, it's a natural thing, but they haven't addressed that at all. I looked at all the conditions and the approval, conditional approval, and there's nothing there. And I would like for us to ask them, what steps are they taking to protect the cyclists and pedestrians on that path, cycleway, from cars crossing it, and what steps are they taking to either tell the cars look out, or ideally stop the cars at some point so cyclists have half a chance.
They could put a sign up, couldn't they?
Well, I don't think signs are going to matter. Again, this is another thing that they haven't actually looked at the local people and asked them what they think. They've just gone ahead and done this wonderful scheme, and it's going to affect a lot of people in Woodley, and it's going to be quite dangerous for the cyclists as well, as Carol says. I don't think signs are going to make much difference.
I meant signs for the cyclists beware, actually. I was thinking. Anyway. Okay, I don't think we can do anything now, but yes, Carol.
We could ask the question, we should be asking, and we could copy it to the road safety people that work under the My Journey part of woking.gov.uk. I mean, it always seems to be that we're giving the cars the priority coming out of there. And I think there ought to be something that tells the cars to slow down, to look. The issue that we have, and we raised it before, was about the effect of queuing down Woodlands Avenue. You can see what's going to happen. People are going to dart in just to get out of the way if they're turning right into that new entrance. And the queue forming, or somebody said, oh, flash the lights, off you go. They're going to swing in, and there's not going to be, nobody's going to have a hope of being able to stop if there's a cyclist down. It needs to be a physical barrier of some sort.
But, this planning permission has been given, hasn't it?
Yes, but it doesn't necessarily need to be a condition. We can ask, have they considered it, and what did they do in their consideration? I've separately asked the question of the road safety people, so they're aware of it, and they'll be taking it up. But they've just ignored that concern.
What does anyone else think?
Well, I think they've ignored the impact on the SULV as well. That was totally ignored. It seems that there's this arrogance that they're doing things with the Woodley people do not like and do not appreciate, and it will damage Woodley people.
Chairman, I'm not commenting because I'm apart from that, my dinner, is that I'm a governor of Addington, so it would be inappropriate for me to make any comment.
Okay, so actually we should have put that under declarations of interest, shouldn't we? Well, I'm not sure what we can do about this. We can write to the council and say that we're not happy with it, but nobody else is commenting. I've got Kay and Carol. So, I think we have to have a majority to send this. What do people think about sending the message as Carol suggested? No comment.
It will have an impact on cyclists without any shadow of a doubt. when this first came up, I suggested a slip road into the entrance for the new Addington School car park, which does seem to be ignored. That would encourage free flow of traffic in, and just mean, you know, people have to be careful coming out. But as you say, it's been approved.
Yeah.
I don't know what we could do about it.
No.
Well, it's like everything else, isn't it? They seem to ignore the local town council. It seems to be totally irrelevant, whatever we think. And Carol and I, because we're right there and we see the dangers of it, the traffic is appalling anyway, with all these schools coming out at the same time. And, you know, it's just an accident waiting to happen. And yet everybody goes ahead and doesn't actually ask anybody local what is going to be affected by anything.
Okay.
And I do think it does affect the local people in Southlake particularly, and Bullmarsh, much more than it does the rest of Woodley maybe. But
Well, I think we need agreement of the whole council for making
Jenny.
comments like this. Carol, yes.
Carol's got a hand up.
Yes, I know. Carol.
Yes, just to say, I think you're suggesting that we can change something. We can't. But
No.
what we can do is say, we raised this. I mean, it might be that the steps they've taken weren't in the conditional approval. They might have got a plan. They might have got a plan that solves or at least ameliorates the problem. We don't know that. Why you want everybody's agreement to say something? There's nothing stops us commenting.
Because
that's our job.
Yeah, well, you were commenting to us, but you want the whole council to comment to Working Borough Council, don't you?
Whole council or whole committee? Oh, sorry.
The committee, I beg your pardon. Yes, the committee.
Well, maybe we'll have a show of hands then.
Well, I've asked for one and I didn't get one.
Did you not?
No.
Try again.
Right, can we have a show of hands to agree to what Carol wants?
I would agree, actually.
So I think one, two, three, 4 against 3. So I think you're outvoted.
You need to ask if anybody's voting against. You're assuming that those who
Okay,
have their hand-
okay. Anyone voting against? 1, 2. Is John's hand up? I can see a thumb.
Yeah, John's hand up.
Ah, there it is.
So we've got 1, 2, 3. I was thinking of course, Keith isn't voting.
There's 3, 4 and 3 against. Chairman.
There is 4. I was right the first time then. 3, 4? 4. Did you say, Carol?
No, it's 3,
There's 3 and
4, 3 against.
3
Yeah.
and 3.
Okay. Well, I'll change my vote just so that we can send a message. It's not going to have any significance.
Thank you.
you.
Well, make a difference to residents that see that we care.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, then I will send, yeah, I'll send that comment.
All right then. Okay. The next one is number 11. Terms of reference for working parties. 2022. Page 22. Right. Anyone want to comment on these terms of reference? Keith?
I think they were good enough, what's a year ago since we started this. So I would suggest we accept them as in the agenda.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm happy with that. I've got down, I have the names of the Conservative members of the Cycling Woodley Working Party. Could I have the Lib Dem names, please, Carol?
No, it's still a vacancy.
There's a vacancy, okay. Right, thank you. And number 12, proposed changes to the planning system. Press release. This is this is for the whole of Wokingham. Have you all read that and noted it? And they want anybody who's concerned about it to contact their MP and sign the petition. Even better. Okay, thank you. Right, publications and information. To note receipt of.
Jenny, sorry, can I just ask, so as a, that's just noted as a committee, you're not going to make any response to that, you're just going to note that that's what was in the press release. People can contact and sign if they want to.
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Chairman,
Keith,
Yes,
can I suggest that we, as a Woodley Town Council Planning Committee, have the full backing of the attempt to reduce these numbers?
we give our full backing.
That's what I would propose, because it's a nonsense. What we've, even though it's my government,
it
it's
is
an
a
absolute and
nonsense,
utter nonsense.
Yes,
Is that-
I'd be happy to say that. Can we vote for that? Who's in favour of that? Okay, thank you. We will say that then.
okay.
Okay. Publications and information, to note receipt of Connecting Communities in Berkshire e-bulletin and the Me Too Club newsletter. Number 14, future agenda items. Are there any? No, thank you. Publicity and website. Any suggestions for items to be published? No. Enforcement issues. So we have 3 enforcement notifications. Lily May Court, 181 Headley Road East, 46 Woodlands Avenue, and enforcement closures, mostly no breach. And the only one that's different is 72 Headley Road, application submitted. Okay, and that, I think, is the end of the meeting. Okay, the meeting
Well done.
closed at
Well done.
8:27.